Love your enemies because they bring out the best in you. The enemy unlocks your limit. You may have enemies whom you hate, but not enemies whom you despise. You must be proud of your enemy, then the success of your enemy shall be your success too. Do not be jealous or jealous of your enemies. The more successful your enemies are, the more motivated you are. If there are no competitors, the process of reaching higher places will be delayed. The existence of a competitor forces me to use my abilities to the limit. Having goals has a very positive effect on my life. A life without a goal is the most dangerous. But let's not have false beliefs. Soften your thinking and be flexible. Convictions are more dangerous foes of truth than lies. People who have read a lot are not afraid. People who haven't read the book aren't afraid. The most frightening thing is the conviction of a person who has read only one book. Excessive belief is poison. A strong belief in something gives you the strength to endure hardships, and also serves as a support so that you are not easily shaken by threats from others. However, on the other hand, it also has a negative effect that prevents you from looking at reality objectively. The moment you get caught up in your beliefs, you will turn away from the truth, and it's like being in prison. Whoever fights monsters should see to it that in the process he does not become a monster. And if you gaze long enough into an abyss, the abyss will gaze back into you. Competing for a hated enemy can inadvertently turn into a monster. For example, if we look at history, we can see, if you look at the history of ideology, you can see that many people have changed into monsters. You should always look back on yourself and be careful not to become a monster. Don't be evil. You must be ready to burn yourself in your own flame. How could you rise anew if you have not first become ashes? It takes a lot of courage and passion to stand up again after a life that has failed and business has collapsed. Take one step. Put more than just your passion into it. Be enthusiastic, but don't get too excited, and stay calm. Just as a waterfall grows slower and more lightly suspended as it plunges down, so the great man of action tends to act with greater calmness than his tempestuous desires prior to the deed would lead one to expect. You may fail again even though you have given your all. However, even if you fail, you will have another experience point accumulated. You spend your passion on planning, but you waste your time and give up as soon as you start. Set up a big trend and put it into practice right away. Spending too much time planning will only waste your enthusiasm and give up quickly. Many are stubborn in pursuit of the path they have chosen, few in pursuit of the goal. Think about what you are doing right now. Think about whether you are not continuing to do the work just because you have been doing it for a while. What I do without a goal will be the same as I am now. Decades later. Let's change ourselves by always having a progressive mind and burning passion. Only strong personalities can endure history. The weak are extinguished by it. You are like a sword, and you always have to hit the hammer for your future. You must always train yourself. Then, when a good opportunity presents itself, you can seize it. Lust is only a sweet poison for the weakling, but for those who will with a lion's heart it is the reverently reserved wine of wines, like the heart of a lion. You must always train yourself with desire. Without dreams, goals, and desires, it is like dying. Always develop yourself and reach your goal, even if it's just one step at this moment. In many years you will be closer to your goal. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger. Don't be afraid to take on challenges for fear of failure. Don't try to forget the memory just because you failed. We learn more from failure than from success. Failure only makes you stronger.